Well, welcome to a brand new year, 2013, and all the excitement that goes along with a brand new season. Speech and debate are in full swing. Folks are getting ready for music festivals to qualify for our state solo and ensemble in Central later this spring. And obviously we're getting ready for all the sporting events, for wrestling and dance and drill and basketball and boys swimming and bowling. So it's an exciting time. It all kicks off here pretty soon with state cheer towards the end of the month. And along with that, of course, are all the other meetings that we create to make sure that these events come off very smoothly. And my thanks to all those individuals who are out there making sure that the state events go well, all the way from the officials to the site managers and to all the people who are working at score tables or doing various jobs throughout all of our state events. The board meets on the 27th and 28th of January, and very soon that agenda will be posted on the website, so please check that out. And also make sure you check out all the things that we're doing on Facebook and Twitter, because I've got a very dedicated staff that's going out and making sure that we're creating all that awareness through the social media that's become so important to let people know what the association is up to. And along that same line, amendments were due on January the 11th. And we don't see a lot of amendments at this point coming forward, but that means we're going to have a real healthy discussion when Winter Coalition happens on March 18th, because we know that the core of this year's amendment will be 4 different amendments dealing with variances within the classification system, whether it's allocation pieces or it's the number of years that we classify, how we count alternative school service. There will be some really good discussions going on at Winter Coalition, and we follow that up with a blog on each amendment that we encourage you to be a part of. And this year we're going to ask the public to get involved as well, and through all of our various social media parts let them know what's going on with amendments and ask them to give us some insight from their perspective. The interesting part of the winter for state association execs around the country is that we have our National Federation of State High School Associations winter meeting, and it's a good time for me because I get a chance to be with all of the other state association executive directors and find out what's going on in their worlds. And believe me, although there are some differences, there's an awful lot of commonality that goes on between one state association and the other. Classifications, homeschools, private school, public school, the issue of how student eligibility is handled, and the voice of the public in their concerns about education and how that dovetails into school programs. One of the real interesting things about this year's conference is that we got a chance to learn about a real great study that was done by Indiana State University that talks about the value of school programs, and some really strong data about not only the sides that we've always known, the importance of teamwork and dedication and discipline, but also that interesting side about the dollars and cents, about the very little money that's used to provide opportunities for a high percentage of our student participants, but how having strong activities programs actually attracts people to your communities, which of course adds to the type of dollars that you get from state and federal funding. The one thing that we want to make sure and remind everybody about is the fact that this is a state association that's your state association. I mentioned the amendments a little bit earlier. Well, those amendments are coming from you, and the discussion and resulting votes that will take place regarding the changes in the association's rules and regulations will come from you through all of the different processes that the association has. I really encourage you to get involved. This is an interesting time in this state because we've got a brand new governor. We've got a couple different initiatives that just passed that are going to change the face of education and potentially activities programs throughout the state. So be a part of what we're doing. I really encourage you and challenge you to work through your league and through your WIAA district, and then to the executive board and to the executive staff. One reminder that I think it's extremely important to bring back to you. Number one, if you have a question about a rule of the association, the first phone call should be to this office, because the association staff is responsible and is really the only party responsible for interpreting rules and regulations of the association. That creates a fair and consistent interpretation and enforcement of association rules and regulations. The other reminder that I have is we're working very hard with the Washington Officials Association in a partnership to recruit and train and train officials. So please get your game films to the WOA so that we can use those films to assess the different associations out there on their officiating, and so that we can improve where we are with the types of officials and the training that they're getting. You're a vital part of that improvement process. Thanks for all you do. I'm looking forward to seeing you as we travel around the state to various events throughout the winter months. Be safe, and please let us know what we can do to assist. Take care.